What?
Cortana.
Why do you give Cortana up? Hey, Cortana.
Cortana, open up porn.
No.
Cortana, open up midget porn.
I've disabled Cortana.
Cortana, disable Cortana.
You should keep the Cortana parts.
Oh, yeah, okay.
These are good. Cortana, open up.
Alex!
Alex has made an art installation out of Eric's string and many.
Okay,
soda
everybody,
cans.
I have string. It helps me think. I walk around with it. I have it around here, and Alex is using it to tie up soda cans.
Yes.
I'm almost on 5.
Yeah, he's getting like a whole 6-pack there.
Here.
No, I don't think I'm getting any more. This is a really small string.
Hey, welcome to the 8 Eyes on 3 Guys podcast. Guess what? It's another traditional episode.
Oh, I'm sorry. That must have been loud.
Yeah, that definitely
There's
picked up.
probably... Can you pick that up?
No.
You're going to hear it.
Yeah. Put that somewhere. Like, set that somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the 8 Eyes on 3 Guys podcast.
Set
Guess
that,
what?
like-
It's
Set
another...
that, like, on top of the pizza box.
Guess what?
On top of the pizza box.
It's another traditional episode. We watched the movie Spirited Away. Hi, I'm Brent, and I'm the host, the creator, the king, the Kang, the Kong, the Mr. Wong, the Bong, the Bing Wong, the Bing Crosby, the Nate Summers, the Frank Sinatra, the Lenny Kravitz, the
bingos. The bangos. The bongos.
of the podcast. Also, I'm joined by Eric.
Yeah, it's me, Eric, the man. The
Donkey
man.
fucker of the podcast.
The donkey fucker of the podcast.
And Alex.
Yes, me. The resident layman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we came
The big
to
dummy.
this.
The big fucking
We were
dumb-
introspecting about the podcast.
Yeah, well, we had a moment where we talked to a friend of the podcast, Dayton. It was casually mentioned that maybe moving Dayton from a regular guest to a full battery. You know what I mean? I'm making him a permanent member of the podcast, and I expressed my reluctance not due to any lingering ill will between me and Dayton, but just because my original vision for this podcast was quite specific in choosing who I picked, and also it's a real son of a bitch to get these two bastards together to record these fucking things already, and I don't want to have to deal with a fourth person complicating that mess.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys will work together on other projects.
Yes, of course.
You guys,
I quite like working with Dayton. He's a good friend and
he's fucking creative.
he's a creative man. He's quite funny. He's very fun. I hope he understands that it is not in any way because of a dislike towards him, but more of just because I refuse to impugn my own creative vision.
Alright.
Yeah, whereas I was totally fine with it. I have no creative vision for this podcast. It's just...
Well, yeah, it's my podcast.
It's just people talking.
Yeah. Well, I chose you two for specific reasons. I felt that Eric is the only one in our friend group who is as passionate about films as I am, and I felt Alex would bring an excellent layman's perspective to the podcast.
Which is only like slightly offensive.
Yes.
Which is fine.
It's not meant to be offensive.
I've been called significantly worse.
Alex,
fine.
I just mean you don't hold the same passion that me and Eric do.
Yeah.
But you still love movies.
And
you probably watch more movies than the average man.
Maybe.
No, that's probably not true.
Yeah.
You have a weird media library.
Yeah,
of knowledge.
I only recently saw Casablanca, just because my local theater was playing it, and I had never seen it.
But I never saw it.
I just have
That's not bad at all. I'm just saying that you are less knowledgeable on the technical film aspects than me and Eric are.
You guys might throw out your hoity-toity science words, and I'll be like,
yeah,
but that's fine. you offer a nice and fresh, different perspective than me and Eric that I think is usually a refreshing take on the movies we watch. This is some inside baseball talk on this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like my Neptune joke?
You guys said a Neptune joke?
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah, like like Neptune when Alex mentioned science words.
That was a science word. That's good. Yeah. I'm so sorry we glossed over that.
I didn't catch that. But
I hope the viewers didn't gloss over.
Well, I mean, they heard it the second time. They heard our laughs, and hearing people laugh will usually trigger people to laugh because they're dumb apes.
Yeah.
I gotta get a soundtrack, just a sound bit of people laughing to bring around with me.
Dude, that's why laugh tracks work. Hearing people laugh just makes you want to laugh. It makes you want to conform.
I don't know. Taking the laugh tracks out of shows makes them funnier.
Well, yeah, that's only because we're aware of the laugh track now.
Yeah.
But seriously though, that's why the laugh track is in shows. It's because they might be bad, and they still want people to laugh when they watch it. And it's in the human brain to want to conform.
Do you appreciate a real live studio audience?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Because I mean the jokes are actually good.
Okay.
That's not true though. And sometimes that still means the jokes are bad.
When was the last time a show did a for real?
Louis C.K.'s show did.
Really? Okay.
Not Louis, but Lucky Louie on HBO did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, Lucky Louie sucked.
I thought it was okay.
Hey,
Louis C.K.'s a fucking weirdo.
We watched a movie today. Actually, we watched 2 movies today. We recorded the Hollow Man podcast earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That was a movie.
Yeah. I mean, you can watch that podcast if you wanna hear about it. But
oh, if you dare. If you dare.
We watched another movie. We watched. Oh, I forgot to tell them what the movie was going to be in the last podcast.
Oh well.
Oh, is that okay?
That's Afako Sako.
They've learned that we're inconsistent with stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we watched Spirited Away though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was Brenton's choice.
Yeah, it was my choice.
He's had this lined up for a bit. So.
It's literally I had the DVD in my car for a long time, like 6 or 7 months. Yeah, it's good.
Well, would you want to start getting into it, or do you
Yeah.
want to talk about something other than the plot, or you just want to get straight into it?
Well, I mean, you guys have anything to say before we start?
Uh,
Any cogent points to bring up? Eric, Alex?
I guess maybe Eric's not seeing it for as much
Eric
as
has
you
seen
had.
it once before, but it was in a very inebriated state, so he does not remember So he did not remember a good chunk of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Brenton both have a bit of a history with the movie, just because it's been out forever and.
Well, Alex, you've seen it 4, 5, 6 times.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen it probably a couple hundred times because I watched it a ton of times as a child. This is definitely my favorite childhood film. It came out when I was 4 or 5 in America. It's 2002 when it came out, I think.
Mine is the SpongeBob movie.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I loved it. I just watched it a fucking bunch. It was great. Directed by Hayao Miyazaki. Brought over to America by Disney.
John Lasseter.
Yeah, pretty much because of John Lasseter.
Who intros the DVD.
Who does in fact intro this, and introed all the Ghibli films last year when they were getting put back into theaters.
Yeah, with Scott Mantz. The greatest man who ever lived.
We all went and saw the re-theatering of the Lupin the Third movie that Hayao Miyazaki directed. Not under Studio Ghibli though. He just happened to direct it. That movie's great as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Spirited Away. This is my second favorite movie of all time. I really love it. It's great. Let's talk about it.
All right.
So the movie starts, right? You get some nice landscape shots, and then you get introduced to our main character, 10-year-old Chihiro, who actually goes by Sen for a good chunk of the movie. as well as her parents,
Yeah.
her mother and her father. They are going to a new town because they are moving. They pass by her new school. You get some nice characterization in this early scene with Chihiro's apprehension to moving and her melancholy in regards to leaving her friends.
Yeah, this scene really shows a lot of their like details they put in just to give exposition without dialogue.
Yeah, there's so much wonderful animation in this film. Everything looks fucking beautiful. This is genuinely one of the films that is it's 2D animation at the top of its class. It's a genuine masterpiece.
Yeah.
You're damn near
It
every
looks great.
aspect. I would especially like to say that the score of the film is incredibly good.
Oh yeah, every scene is punctuated with an appropriate like musical
an
cue.
appropriate and a poignant musical cue, I think. We watched the dub version, by the way, because fuck subs. Also, the dub of most Ghibli films are very good, excluding Ponyo.
I didn't even
Yeah.
hate that. It just wasn't like
Wasn't up
great.
to par.
Yeah, like the original was just better.
Spirited Away also happens to be one of the best dubs that they've done
Oh yeah.
as well. Princess Mononoke's is also really good.
That's one of the big things that prevents me from getting into anime is that a lot of them have bad dubs, and this one was more accessible to me because the dub was so good.
Yeah, the dub is extremely excellent.
Yeah.
It's very up to quality.
Yeah, it doesn't break your immersion because somebody just can't get their lines.
Yeah.
Chihiro, voiced by Daychair something, Daytree Hart, something like that. Voice of Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. I looked this up earlier.
Doesn't say on the back of the box.
Yeah, but they're moving to a new town, and they get a little lost, so the dad decides to take like a shortcut through the woods, and they stumble across this creepy statue and a tunnel,
But yeah, there's
like
like
a walking tunnel.
there's statues in the way, so they
Yeah,
more close together than their car
Yeah,
can fit
yeah.
through, even though it's
but it's like a tunnel over a river as well.
yeah. The dad gets out. They all get out.
Well, the dad and the mom get out, and they decide to go explore the tunnel, and Chihiro is apprehensive.
So much
As
so
well.
that she even just said outright
even-
doesn't want even to go.
And she outright refuses to go and pleads with her parents to not go. She only goes because she is frightened of the statues and of being alone. You know, as a 10-year-old girl might be.
So they're going along. They're like
Yeah.
admiring the landscapes. They're maybe speculating on what this place might be.
Yeah, they're just having a good time. It's a nice place. They come across a bunch of food stalls with a bunch of extremely delicious-looking food.
Yeah, it's like
like,
weird
yeah,
shit
they-
that
they-
doesn't actually exist.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
But
like,
looks
what do you
fucking
want?
delicious
Yes.
and appealing.
Oh, absolutely.
But there's nobody. They call out. They don't see anybody who they can
Yeah.
like pay for this, so they just
So they
just
just
go
eat.
for it. They're like, we'll figure it
They're
out.
like, Daddy's got his credit card bucks, baby. And then he slaps his fucking fat cock on the table.
It's like, I've got many miles saved up.
I would like to talk about the food of Studio Ghibli's films, as it's an absolute staple of the stuff that they make. It's always extremely wonderful looking, and I wish it was real because I want to eat it.
Honestly, I think what makes their food so good is they have all their characters have really large, like, make-believe mouths, so they can have like
They chomp
Big-
on it nice. and
Yes.
good.
big make-believe food.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Let's talk about the character designs in this film.
The dad's mouth is really weird. It's so far away from the rest of his face.
It definitely looks like him and the mom
They were
combined
kinda
make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also it kind of made sense that the designs, because they were supposed to easily transform into pigs.
Yeah. And for cartoon characters, their eyes are weirdly small.
But that's just because it's an anime style.
Well, but even for anime, like their eyes are kind of
Yeah.
weirdly small.
Yeah, but like
That's just kind of the
eyes
Ghibli
are
style.
Ghibli eyes are small.
I know. That's just what I was saying.
You're just right on that. That kind of is their style. They're a little bit.
Well, let's talk about the spirits. Let's talk about how wonderful those designs are. Do you guys have any particular favorites?
There's one that stuck out in my mind when they just are first showing off the steam this bathhouse.
Yeah.
He's just like a lot of varied color, got like a mask covering his face. He looks vaguely humanoid, but like completely different.
Huh. Eric?
Yes?
You got a favorite like spirit design?
The gooey guy on the ducks.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
I love the ducks.
Let me change mine. The turnip.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the turnip.
Are you talking about the
turnip in the elevator?
Oh yeah. I was gonna mention him too.
Okay.
I was gonna call him a daikon man though.
That's probably more accurate. They're.
I'm a huge fan of No Face's design, especially his fucking horrifying monster design that's later.
Oh, he is unnerving from the beginning.
I don't think he's unnerving at first. I think he gets a lot more unnerving though. Like especially when he gets monstrous.
All right.
Also the frog guys.
Frog guys.
Yeah.
Or toad guys. I can't tell the difference. I
Okay.
think they're toads.
All the guys running around, or the green one?
There's a couple
The
frog
guys.
guys.
I mean the guys running. The guys with the really wide mouths.
Yeah.
Big
the
frog
more
guys.
toad
They're
looking
weird.
ones.
The frog humanoids.
Ah.
There's also the frog guy.
Yeah, the first guy to get eaten by No Face
Yeah.
when he gets his due.
Yeah.
I also like what's her name?
Yubaba?
No. Well, Yubaba's great. Yubaba and her sister are awesome. No. I think what's the name of the
What the girl that starts taking care of Sen? She's got
Yeah.
a good design.
That's who I'm trying to say. I just can't remember what her fucking name is.
Hmm.
Oh, Yubaba's twin sister is Zaniba, by the way.
Yeah. They do look identical.
Yes, absolutely. Alright, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Oh, Kamiji, also great.
Ooh, yeah. His like six arms.
Many arms.
You never see his legs.
Okay, but Chihiro is like, why are you eating parents? That's no good.
And they
keep eating.
Yeah, they completely ignore her.
Yes.
Turn into pigs.
Eventually.
Well,
but she goes
yeah,
wandering first, and then comes back and they are pigs, and then she flees in terror.
No, she meets what's his name? Haku. She meets Haku on the bridge.
She meets Haku after fleeing in terror.
No, I thought she met Haku first.
Oh, she meets Haku, and
he's
then she
like,
flees
it's
in
about
terror.
to be dark. You gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
And then she's like, that was weird.
And then she flees to her parents and finds them as pigs.
Yeah.
And then she flees in terror.
All the lights start coming on. All the spirits start coming out.
Yeah.
They start whacking the pigs in the face.
Yeah, and then Haku gives her food that will keep her in the spirit world to keep her from disappearing. And then he has her hold her breath to get across the bridge.
They almost make it.
Make it, but she gets frightened by a frog man.
But they make it through due to Haku being
A fucking dragon boy.
Yeah, he's quick enough to like.
But he brings her to Kamiji, right?
No, he leaves her at like the stairs and is like,
but he goes go to Kamiji.
Yeah, he gives her
man.
the instructions on what to do.
Goes, hey, ask him for work. And you get a nice scene where she runs downstairs. It's just a fun bit of slapstick comedy.
Yeah, just showing, like, characterizing her more. Like, she's not gonna just walk down this terrifying flight of stairs.
But you see that she's scared, and then you see her that she's forced to confront her fear by the stairs.
The
she
comedy
doesn't tumble
is
as well.
The comedy is a weak point for me in this movie.
Well, it's not really meant to be a comedy.
Yeah, I know,
it's
but
just like a piece or two of slapstick.
I know, but the comedy in this movie does not translate for me.
You're right. Yeah, it's not.
It's the low point of the movie for me.
It is.
Understandable.
Oh, the weakest of the pillars of this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe the CGI as well.
Maybe, but I don't know.
But
the
like,
CGI is
not bad.
Yeah, it's not really important either.
Yeah. Let's see what. Then she meets Kamiji, and she goes, "Kamiji, can I work for you?" And he goes, "Ha, no."
And then she.
Oh no, let's talk about the dust mites. There's dust mites in this scene. They're a wonderful design, but we also get a wonderful bit of characterization for Chihiro here. Because one of the dust mites falls over and has its piece of coal right on him, and Chihiro offers to help. And picks up the piece of coal and throws it in the boiler. And this helps Kamiji change his mind, and he sends her to Yubaba the Witch, and I believe gives her the piece of advice to just refuse to leave until she gives her work.
Which is, do you want to reveal the reason for that now, or do you want to just explain that later in the movie?
What do you mean?
The reason why she has to give someone a job if they ask.
I mean, reveal it now. Go ahead, Alex.
I don't remember.
Is there a reason? I thought it was just that she gets fucking annoyed.
No. I thought she was bound by that. I thought that was.
I mean, probably, but I don't know. I never picked up.
I'll look it up right now. Why does Yubaba give Chihiro? I'm sure there's like forum posts about it.
I don't know.
It's like horribly famous.
I've seen this movie a ton of times, but like,
why does Yubaba?
I never picked up on a line
Chihiro
that was like, she's bound by it. I was just like, yeah, she probably just got annoyed and was like, all right.
She cannot refuse as long as Chihiro asks. Yubaba also has a rule not to turn down anyone asking for a job, and therefore has to give her the job and can't be turned into a piglet as she is under her service.
See, that just makes sense to me as Yubaba being like, well, I have a bathhouse that needs fucking workers.
I thought there is a scene where she's like, I should have never made that deal that makes me always have to do this. I don't
remember that at all. I've seen this movie many a time, and I don't know. Maybe that scene just always blanked itself in my head.
Maybe
that's entirely possible. That is something that could have completely happened. I'm not even joking.
That's fine. Our 3 listeners, please correct us.
Yes, or don't. Actually, don't.
Send us in questions. Do that.
Yeah, please.
Also pee in my mouth.
Also support us on Patreon.
Yeah.
We don't have a Patreon though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we meet the crow and the baby and Yubaba.
Oh yeah.
The crow is a crow. The baby is an extremely large baby.
We meet the fucking heads.
I love the baby.
We meet the heads. I fucking love the heads. It's just these 3 little head boys. They're fucking awesome. They're one of my favorite things.
That's based on some mythology, right?
Yeah. They're fucking Daruma heads, pretty much.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Some Japanese thing.
Yeah. I mean, they're not exactly Daruma heads, but they look almost pretty much like them. Yeah. They're obviously inspired by them. You know what Darumas look like, right, Alex?
Yeah, they're...
Here, I'll show you.
I know what they look like. They're big and round, and they have white faces with, like, lots of, like, black makeup.
The only difference is these are fucking...
They're, like, tiny and round.
The only difference is that they're fucking green.
Oh.
You can see how that translates into a head, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know those.
I was just also showing you the picture. Because I figured it's not fair unless I show both of you.
It's a good picture. Goof.
I find foreign cultures to be stupid and dangerous.
I mean... yeah. Dangerous to you or your culture?
Dangerous to my American values, Alex.
Yeah?
Dangerous to yours as well, if you had any.
I have none. I'm not even American. I'm Pennsylvanian.
You're a goddamn Italian.
Yeah, Eric hates Italians now.
Yeah. Pretty much disgusted with Alex.
That's what's gonna kill this podcast.
There are reasons for these things.
It's gonna break. We're gonna break.
You guys don't know this, but Alex is a Mussolini fascist.
Yeah. I hid in a box and then disappeared.
That would be a fucking twist.
That's Houdini.
Okay, that was a really good one, Alex. Good job. I didn't see that coming at all.
You didn't see Mussolini and Houdini?
Honestly, no. You were like a goddamn magician.
Where were we?
Chihiro is about to sign her name away to Yubaba to work in her service.
Okay, yeah.
she persists for a while, and Yubaba eventually goes, yeah, all right.
She wakes up the baby.
Yeah. And, she starts working for Yubaba.
Yeah, Chihiro realizes she has leverage and pushes it to get a job.
Yes. But, yeah. So,
she meets up with
the girl. I don't remember her name.
Yeah. Yeah, she meets up with
No, Haku, because he gives her back her stuff, right? And then she goes and she gets her shoes.
Yeah, and meets with Kamiji and
She talked a little bit.
Yeah, and then she
goes to sleep.
Scrubbing.
Yeah.
Scrubbing.
And then she gets some food. She sees Haku be a dragon.
Oh, getting attacked by paper?
Not yet.
Not yet?
No,
oh, yeah.
She sees him. She's a dragonfly off into the distant sky, and then she goes, "Oh yeah, that's definitely Haku."
I thought she was with that girl, and she was like, that's Haku.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Fucking. And then the next day she's working.
And she lets No Face in, right?
No, so what happens is she goes and gets her shoes, right, and then she invites No Face in thinking he's a customer, and then she gets fucking pranked by all the other workers.
They make her clean.
Because they make her clean the big bath, the fucking gross one.
Yeah, they're all a bunch of slobs and just didn't clean it.
Yeah, and it's her and her senpai. What's her name? I don't know.
And she's like, hey.
Go get an herbal.
Yeah, go get water.
And the foreman's like, fuck you.
No.
But she let No Face in, and because of this, No Face likes her, and No Face wants to please her, so he steals one and gives it to her.
Yeah, one.
Well, yeah, he steals one here. And she uses it to clean the bath, and then at the front gate, a stink spirit shows up.
I love this
quotations.
This is my favorite scene.
Stink spirit.
They literally smell him coming from
miles away.
Yeah.
The rice bowls get all fucking gross.
Yeah, but they come in and they put him in the bath, and then No Face and she's helping clean him, and then No Face shows up and is like, "Here's a bunch more herbal boys."
And she's like, "Huh."
And she uses one to clean him, and then she finds that there is just
something sticking out,
like a bike handle.
There's something wrong.
And she alerts everyone else, and then they...
Baba, she's been around the block up a bunch, so
and
that
she realizes that she's like, it's not a stink spirit. This motherfucker's just a polluted river spirit. So they fucking pull it out, and he dumps all the trash out of him, and he's like, "Thank you." And he gives Sen, because Shiro is Sen at this point, a medicine ball thing.
Yeah, and he splashes away, and everyone realizes...
I would like to say this, because I actually didn't mention it, but Chihiro, a.k.a. Sen, has forgotten her original name at this point.
Yeah, that was the price for working there.
Yeah. She is no longer Chihiro, she is just Sen.
Yeah, they even took, her clothes and, shoes and whatever. She has, her new stuff.
Yeah, but no, she got that back, though, from Haku.
No, doesn't she get that back and then she remembers her name from that?
No, because she doesn't get her name back until she gets it back from Yubaba.
Oh, wait, no, that...
No, because she realizes that she forgets her name when she gets the card back from her friend.
Yeah, you're right, because that has her name on it.
Yeah.
Alright, look, where were we?
Cleaning?
Yeah, they're cleaning,
But the river spirit goes, well done. And he pays for his bath in gold.
Yeah.
And this gives No Face the idea, because people like gold.
Uh-huh.
And
he's hanging out there after dark. Some guy, the frog that originally saw Chihiro, is skulking around.
Yeah.
Looking for gold.
Yeah, and No Face offers him gold, and then he eats the frog.
And gets his sick hair. And
this starts the No Face downfall arc, in which he uses gold to tempt people, to tempt greedy workers and customers and the like, and eats 2 more at some point, and also eats a bunch of regular food and stuff. And also during all of this, he's like, I want Sen. I would like Sen. I only want to see Sen. Sen's my best friend. She's cool.
And he's just
the best.
He's throwing gold to like
just
every
fucking
corner.
Sen motherfuckers. And he's tossing out gold like it's goddamn dirt because it is dirt because it's not gold. But they don't know that.
It's pyrite. It's fool's gold.
No, it's
just straight up
It's
dirt.
just dirt that looks like gold because he can make that.
He's magic.
Oh.
He's magic.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, during this, Sen sees all the paper boys attacking Haku.
And
did you guys ever get like pyrite stuff that was like fake gold?
Yes.
No.
Yes, Alex?
Yeah, I when I was on like a field trip, one of the kids, his mom gave all the kids in our class each a sample of it.
Yeah, I used to get stuff like that. Like fucking that fool's gold stuff.
It breaks up.
You might need
really
to speak
easy.
up, Eric. I don't know if you're picking up too well.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I mean, do you want to pause and like review and like,
Nah.
or do you want to keep going?
No.
Eric hasn't really been talking. It's fine.
I can boost the audio and it'll show up.
Okay. I mean,
That's what I did for a lot of it, because like Rebecca was talking super quiet in a lot of that, and I just boosted it and she sounded fine.
Okay.
So
well,
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I'll speak up though.
Yeah.
I'm just bitter because I looked at the waves and I was like, ooh, that's a little light.
I'm just really tired.
Yeah, you fucking.
It's midnight.
All right, if you're gonna lay down
Bastard.
in this direction, not the other.
I'll sit up and pay more attention. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
All right, so I want Sen. Yeah.
Sen follows Haku's dead, dying body up to Yubaba's penthouse, where she finds. She climbs it up. She climbs all the way up. Remember, and then
we missed. She lets Haku in and gets whacked by all the paper, and one sneaks in and sticks to her back.
Yeah.
And then we're there.
Yeah. And also, she fights off the heads because they were trying to kill the shit out of Haku by knocking him down a pit.
Yeah, lots of nudging.
Guess what? They get knocked down the pit anyway. Oh, but also, before that, she meets... money.
Ooh, is it midnight?
Hell yeah, it's 12:06.
Get that DD.
So... What the fuck? She meets Yubaba's sister, Saniba, who reveals that Haku was stealing things from her, and that's why he has been attacked. And she's like, go fuck yourself, Sen.
Wait, no, wasn't there an interaction with the baby?
Yeah, there's an interaction with the baby. The baby's all like, hey, Sen, play with me or I will break your fucking arm.
You woke me up, now you gotta play.
Yep. And Zaniba turns the baby and the crow into a mouse and a small bird.
And the heads.
Respectively. And the heads into the baby. And then... Sen and Haku get knocked down the pit anyway. And this is absolutely the most beautiful scene of the whole movie, I think, animation-wise. Them falling down the pit.
The bath.
I don't know.
I mean, that's your opinion, man.
I'm probably thinking the stuff
I
with
like
the train.
melty stuff.
That's true. These are all correct opinions. That's the thing. None of these are wrong. None of these are wrong.
Yeah, this movie's beautiful.
And she
fuck! I forgot. I had a joke that I forgot to fucking say.
Yeah.
The stink spirit. This movie's beautiful, so all the food in this movie looks delicious, and everyone looks like they're having a great time eating it. The stink spirit just looks like large melted peanut butter.
Yes.
Even though he's just shit.
I'd eat him.
He's just slimy shit and bicycles.
This movie caused my vor fetish with no face.
Really?
No, I don't have a vor fetish.
Oh.
But honestly, this
But did you
looks
just
delicious.
take that at face value?
Brenton, I was just... I thought you had a vor fetish. I thought that's something we had in common.
Do you have a vor fetish, Eric?
Brenton, I've told you this many times. All I want is to be swallowed up by some giant woman.
I guess I have a vor fetish.
That's my only
I want my
desire.
dick to get swallowed.
Yeah, I have a slime fetish. I want a slime girl to... I don't want to wear a slime girl.
Yeah?
I know it's never gonna happen because slimes aren't real.
Is this true, Alex?
Yeah, I'm just a big fan of Dragon Quest.
Hell yeah. Please make listeners, artists who are listeners who are artists. Please draw. Yeah, date.
Date an
Please draw a naked Alex covered in a slime girl body.
Ooh.
I'll do it.
Like, I have a small dick and she has a bigger dick.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then make it fuck Eric. I can be in the corner watching.
Present your asshole to me.
Like I'm the director.
Ooh.
Spirited Away.
Yeah.
So she feeds half of the medicine ball to Haku while they're falling, and then they end up in Kamiji's.
Did we deal with No Face yet?
No, that's
Okay.
next.
Okay.
Because she has to leave to get on the train,
Yeah.
and that's when that happens. But then a slug pops out of Haku, and she kills the fuck out of it.
They're like, where did that come from? That was like powerful magic.
Yeah, and then Kamiji helps her by breaking the curse of whatever's on her, using a fun little like bit where she puts her fingers together and then he chops through them and he's like, "You're good now." And you get a fun interaction between the baby mouse and the crow small bird and the coal boys.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fun little interaction where they reenact that and it's fun. It's funny.
Yeah, like, Kamiji's being really... He's dropping some, like, serious shit, and, like, the mouse and the crow are, like, reenacting it, so
Yeah,
it's, like, kind of lighthearted.
Well, he tells Sen, he's like, "Hey, Sen, take this golden seal back to Zeniba, and also, here's how you go there." And she's like, "Alright." And so she starts to leave, but on her way out, she gets grabbed by Yubaba, because No Face is all like, "I want Sen," and also he's starting to fucking wreck the place, because he's like, "I want Sen, and there is no Sen. This is not cool, my dudes."
That's the part where Yubaba acknowledges the mouse and is like, ugh!
Yeah, she doesn't realize that mouse is her baby. She calls it a fucking disgusting, dirty
You really
animal.
committed to that, Alex, and I'm glad.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
You know what I realized? I can do a pretty okay New Zealand accent.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried to do a New Zealand
It's
accent.
just Australian, but a little bit more lilting, you know?
I guess.
I'm not going to do it on this podcast.
Yeah,
though.
that'd be weird.
But I found this out the other day because I was just trying to do it, and I was like, "Oh, that's a good New Zealand."
Are you a hobbit now?
No. I hope so, but no.
I'd
had to lose about 8 feet of height.
Just negative.
Negative 2 feet?
Yeah. Alright. Alright, where are we?
She gets put into the room with No Face, and No Face is like, "I'll give you whatever you want. Sen, do you want gold? What do you want? Sen, do you want gold?
Piss on me, beat me.
Piss on me, beat me. What do you need? Do you want gold?" And Sen's like, "I gotta leave."
She's like, dude, this
I got
is
shit to
weird.
do. You're fucking being a weirdo. Do you want some of this medicine?
I was saving it for my, pig parents, but, you need this.
Yeah, and she fucking puts it in his mouth, and he goes, "What have you done to me?"
He's been binging, so now he purges.
Yeah, he purges. And the movie becomes a horror movie for the next 5 minutes.
Of him just vomiting and chasing her through the bathhouse.
Yes, he also uses his vomit as a weapon at one point against Yubaba after she Dragon Ball Z fucking tries to explode him.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. Not even phases him.
No?
He produces more vomit than she has volume in, her entire body.
Yes. Yeah, but then eventually, because he's weakening from all the bombs, Sen gets away and makes it to the train.
With the mouse and the little crow.
And also No Face just shows up as well.
Yeah, he calms down.
He's all like, "I'm okay now. I'm
He's
good.
I vomited.
I'm sorry."
He vomits the frog out.
Yeah. He vomits the frog and the other people he's eaten out.
Yeah.
They're
They're not dead. They're like, what?
Yeah. But they get on the train and they go to Zenibus, and they get there and they get met by a foot lantern.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we cut back to Haku and he talks to Kamiji for a bit, and then he goes, "I'm free of Yubaba's spell."
Yeah, and then that gets explained to Chihiro by
By Zeniba, yeah, and You find out this Zeniba is nice. You find out that the baby can turn back into a baby if it wants to. It just hasn't wanted to yet. You find out that Yubaba... Well, and this is pretty much the end of the film. What are we at, Eric?
45 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Well, yeah, a lot of this movie isn't so much plot as just,
It's just beauty.
Action
Yeah, it's just interesting vignettes in this interesting world with these interesting characters.
Just
it's all coherent and it all makes sense and it all flows in a correct way.
But it just kind of goes from place to place and, like, you're just looking at all these interesting characters.
I think we're gonna have a good amount of discussion about the movie just after the plot.
With the themes and there were some things I wanted to talk about afterwards.
But you know, we get some characterization about Zeniba, and you learned that
they give her a seal back.
Yeah, and you learned that the slug was actually Yubaba's thing. You also learned that the only way to break Zeniba's protection spell was love.
I think you get that from what's his name? Kameji.
No, but he thinks that was the slug.
No, doesn't he tell him like that pure love is what fixed it?
Yeah, but he thinks that the slug was from Zeniba.
Ah, okay.
He doesn't realize that's from Yubaba.
Okay.
You only find that out from Zeniba.
Yeah.
And then she ends up going back to an adoring crowd because she is challenging Yubaba to a game to find her parents. And you get a moment where the baby talks to his mother and is like, "Don't make Chihiro sad. I'm quite good friends with her now. That's not cool." And
he like really isn't a baby.
Yeah, he's grown up. But yeah, she plays the game where she has to pick her parents out from a crowd of pigs. And she wins the game because she realizes that her parents aren't in there.
Yeah.
And you realize that Yubaba isn't actually that bad of a person, and she really wanted Chihiro to win all along, and that she just is kind of bound by her own rules and stuff. And you find out that Haku is a river spirit, and that he had met Chihiro a long time ago, and Chihiro gets her name back, and the movie wraps up with a nice ending with her going back to her parents and moving on to her new life and not being anxious about it anymore because she's gone on such an adventure already. Holy fuck, let's talk about how good this movie is.
Yeah, it's great.
Alright,
what do you want to start with?
I want to start with Hoodwinked to Hood vs. Evil.
Alright.
And how it is the antithesis of Spirited Away.
Okay,
in many ways.
Interesting.
Fucking anti-Jesus.
Hoodwinked 2, Hood vs. Evil, and Spirited Away have the exact same amount of plot, I think. But what Spirited Away does is it fills its characters with excess characterization and its world with excess characterization. I think you get a very good grasp on how the world in Spirited Away works, or at least a good idea of how it maybe functions a little bit.
Yeah.
And the plot is sparse in the sense that it's not too much happens, but it's a slow story. You know, it has a slow pace, but it's an intentional pace. Hoodwinked 2, Hood vs. Evil, it has a sparse plot because no one could have been bothered to fucking write it.
Yeah.
And they have similar budgets. The Spirited Away was made for 1.7 billion yen, which comes out to back in like 2000, which comes out to be like probably about 20 something million American today. Back then, and today money.
Yeah.
Hoodwinked 2, Hood vs. Evil, was made for 30 million.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know which one definitely holds up.
Yeah, you're right, around 19 million.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Spirited Away definitely had to have cost more than Hoodwinked.
No, it cost 19 million.
I just looked it up.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's 1.7 billion yen.
That's crazy.
Which translates to like $16 million.
Yeah, 15 to 19 million.
That really makes you think.
Depending on
and then
inflation.
with inflation, like 19 million.
That really makes you think, like, where was that money going with Hoodwink 2?
Fraud?
Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure.
Fraud.
I don't know, maybe paying for voice actors? Because it definitely didn't go into the animation.
No, but fucking Spirited Away has a great voice cast. It has a bunch of big name voice actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No.
They spent their money on the voice actors, not the animation or the story.
Yeah, well, no. I don't think those voice actors were paid very much.
No? They think everybody got fucked on that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
The Spirited Away voice actors were probably paid good, though.
Hoodwink 2 a fucking real life producers.
Can you guys kind of see why I think Hoodwink 2 is the antithesis of Spirited Away?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're opposites
that
on the
makes
spectrum.
They are exact opposites, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Spirited Away is your empath, then...
Okay, you guys got anything specific you want to talk about? Alex?
We could talk a bit about the parallels of Spirited Away to, like, bathhouses in Japan.
See, I actually don't think that works super well. I think that is one of those, like, no offense to whoever coined this theory originally,
Mm-hmm.
but
What theory?
I don't think this movie is about bathhouse prostitution at all. I think this movie is about adventure.
That
Yeah,
doesn't make
yeah.
that wouldn't make any sense to me. Like, what the fuck?
That's fine.
Like, I guess you could see similarities, like,
Yeah.
in a few places, but I really don't feel that way.
I mean, we don't have to talk about it too much.
I also think it's kind of
it doesn't
gross.
it doesn't really help this movie in any way.
Wait, but what's the theory? Just give
The
more
theory
depth.
is that this movie is secretly about bathhouse prostitution, a thing that happens in Japan.
I know, but like, how do they figure?
Because bathhouse prostitution happens, you pretty much sign over your life, kind of, and also
Like selling your name, you become parallels with like using that
selling your
pseudonym.
body. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're forced to clean customers, stuff like that. But it honestly kind of falls apart. Like the more you think about it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
this movie really is about crazy fucking spirits and shit.
Yeah, this movie's just about being spirited away,
Right.
going on a crazy adventure.
What's the name in Japan?
I think it's Spirited Away.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes they change the name.
I'll look it up.
I guess what I wanted to say was that I think if I saw this movie as a kid, it really would have influenced me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this movie has definitely influenced the name in Japanese is Sen to Chihiro no Kamakukushi, which is Sen and Chihiro spiriting away. It is a direct translation.
Okay.
So essentially spirited away.
All right.
So it's like one of those anime titles, like I'm a high schooler.
I'm a high
and
schooler, and I'm in
and I'm
another
a werewolf
world,
in
and
another world,
and
that's also an
I'm
MMO.
gonna fuck everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, and
But I'm not gonna fuck anyone.
And surrounded by my
I'm
caterpillar butterfly harem.
I'm just gonna go, wow, I like your boobs, and we're gonna kiss, and it's not gonna go any further because it needs to stay PG-13.
Yeah, there's like sparkly clouds that cover genitals.
Yep. But that doesn't happen in Spirited Away.
Yeah, you just get some like gross crotch.
Yeah, you Babas. That's right. That's the only crotch shot you get in the whole thing is you Babas. It's honestly hilarious because you got old grandma tights on. Alright, you guys got any other big points that you want to talk about? Any other specific moments?
Let me think.
I'll say something. The animation in this film is absolutely incredibly astounding.
I love the grandma. The grandma looks incredible.
Well, everything in this movie looks incredible.
Yeah, it's on point.
But especially
every
the grandma.
goddamn character design is fucking interesting. Every movement is fucking graceful and elegant and interesting to look at. Every background is wonderful.
The line work on every moving character is great, and the brush work on the backgrounds is like astounding.
All of the shots are wonderfully choreographed and compositioned. every scene is densely packed with interesting details. It's honestly extremely, extremely good, and it's a fucking masterpiece. It's the top of its class in every way.
The frame rate is a little choppy, but that's commonplace for anime.
Yes. I mean, honestly, I think it's probably the most solid piece of animation in the...
it is a masterpiece, really.
When it's not being, like, flawlessly smooth, it's being, like, serviceably great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, not even serviceably great. Like, 10 or 15 times better than pretty much everything.
Fucking Hoodwink 2.
Like, even compare it to some of Disney's best, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, it not to shit on any of, like...
I think there's just a, like...
Like, think of how good
it's just another
Beauty
level.
and the Beast looks, right? You'd seen
yeah. The way they integrated the CGI with the
I'm sorry, animation. Beauty and the Beast, but Spirited Away puts its nuts on its forehead and goes, look, man, I'm just the best there's ever gonna be.
It's just on a different level of, like, dedication and...
Well, I truly think that it's Hayao Miyazaki's insane creative force. He is obviously an incredible auteur director.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he's my favorite director out of Japan. I'm a huge Studio Ghibli fan. I have been for many years. I've seen just about every single one of their movies. There's a few I've missed in the recent years.
Did you see that fucking turtle one?
No. That's one of the ones I have not seen.
That was a Ghibli movie, right?
I don't think so, but maybe.
Oh.
The last Ghibli movie I watched on release was As the Wind Rises, which was really good.
When was that?
2012, but there's only been a couple since then.
Mm.
There was Marnie, and then one or two others, but I don't fucking remember what. And none of them reviewed well, and none of them were directed by Hayao Miyazaki.
Fuck. We gotta pick a few more, like, anime movies. Maybe I'll pick, like, Perfect Blue.
Oh, Perfect Blue would be really fun. Akira would be really fun. I'd love to do one of the shitty Dragon Ball Z movies.
Okay.
Specifically, I think we should do the first Broly one.
I don't like anime, everybody.
Or so the third Broly one, so we can fucking check out Bio Broly.
Oh, God.
Well, I just think the reason you don't like anime is just because you hate other cultures.
No.
Yes.
I don't hate other cultures. I just...
No, yeah, you do. You said it yourself earlier. Remember when you said that you hate Alex for being Italian?
I just don't understand anime. It doesn't come across to me.
But it's just animation.
But it's, like, different animation.
Not really. It's just animation. It's just a different style than you're used to.
And yeah, that's it. And it's not accessible to me.
What do you mean?
How about manga? Do you like manga?
The culture's different. I don't get it.
What do you mean?
I don't understand it.
They're just people. They act the same as you as me. They're just a little different.
Do you ever think you could transition your drawing into anime?
Could you not empathize with Chihiro at all?
No, I could. It's just that, like, all the weird, like, giant sword shit and, like, the big hair.
Oh, yeah, that's stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
That's very Japanese, yes.
Yeah, it's like all that stuff is completely inaccessible to me.
Well, that's pretty much Japan going, we like fucking superheroes, and going, yeah, but also samurais.
Okay.
Because Japan, like many countries, is very up its own ass about its culture.
Yeah. I think that they have a dumb culture.
I mean,
that's
so
not
like
fair
everybody.
at all.
No, that isn't fair.
I think they have a culture that breeds xenophobia and low birth rates, and that they should maybe fix those things.
I know that's not fair. Japanese culture is cool.
I am perfectly fine with Japan's racism because it just makes... I see a lot of it just as it's not helping them.
Yeah.
So it just... watching them, like, death spiral with their weird racism.
I would rather not see Japan collapse because of, like, Children of Men style that suck.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I'm not gonna go to Japan and campaign for them to fix their culture. We got shit to do here. Like, I don't know. Japan cares way more about its culture than it does any culture. I think even more than we do here in America.
How do you feel about Japanese nationalist Trump supporters?
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
That's like seriously incredibly funny. You guys want to rate Spirited Away?
Yeah.
I feel like we're talking. Where are we at?
Let's get to it.
We're like an hour and 4 seconds, hour and 13 seconds now.
Yeah, I think this is a good length of a podcast, especially for a movie this good. We've talked a good chunk about it.
Yeah.
Said a lot. Everything else I think you said. Can you send the wrap up? Eric, do you want to go first?
Sure. So this is the second time I saw this movie. The first time I comprehended it, and I really enjoyed it. I think, like I said, that if I saw this as a kid, it would have really influenced me. And that's because I think that it's very original and it has a lot of really, really interesting things that in it that are executed very well.
Well, I think like one of the stealth best points of this film is its writing is really strong.
Yeah, but even just all the visual stuff.
Well, yeah, as well. But I feel like all of the characters come across as very human, very, very, very realistic.
Yeah.
Especially Chihiro.
I think it's one of the best children's movies ever made.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
completely agree.
And the animation is great. 2 thumbs up for me. That's it.
Alex?
Alright, I'll just start off. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. This movie, when it came out, it made a splash and everybody could see that it was revolutionary. And it was. It influenced and inspired, like, people for years to fucking come.
Yes.
And this movie, it's such a masterpiece, it's still doing that. And people are still talking about it today. We're talking about it right now.
Yes.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. That's just a good movie.
Yeah? Anything else to say?
Not anything that hasn't been said like a million times. This movie is the good. I like it quite a bit. It brings me extreme happiness. I definitely have a ton of nostalgia for it, and that is going to probably bias my rating quite a bit, but as you can see from these two non-biased people, they obviously love it, so I hope it makes a lot more sense. But I think the visuals are incredibly strong. I think the characterization of the characters is incredibly strong. I think the plot points are very strong. I think the pacing is on point the entire time. It flows at exactly the right speed. You really get time to breathe in a lot of the scenery when you want to, and when the action gets going, it's really frenetic. There's always something to look at in every scene. Every time you watch the movie, you can learn something new just by looking at weird spots in the frames. All the cinematography is extremely excellent. No, there is not a wasted shot, I think. Honestly, I think this movie is just about perfect end to end, and I'm going to give it a very rare rating from me. I think you'll only find one or two other movies, maybe in the entire existence of film, that will get this rating from me. But I'm going to give it a 100 out of 100.
Whoa. Whoa.
There is a reason this film is my second favorite film of all time. It is an absolutely perfect masterpiece. I'm not saying that there isn't flaws in this film. I am saying, in my eyes, this is a perfect film, though.
Like, this film even, like, flew over the hurdle of being, like, introduced to different cultures. We could have, like, maybe Sailor Moon or something, we could have got, like, a god-awful dub that would have, turned everyone off from this. But, like, they nailed it.
Absolutely. Like, the most amazing part of this is the fact that the dub is so good. They obviously spent the time and the money to make it excellent.
The people who worked on it obviously understood that it was important.
Well, John Lasseter, even though he is a bad pervert man, he was a huge Studio Ghibli. Well, he is a huge Studio Ghibli fan, and he's the one who got Hayao Miyazaki in contact with Disney. And Studio Ghibli, the deal they made with Disney The deal that they made for distribution was, hey Disney, you can't change or censor anything about our films. It has to pretty much come across
What are
as
you
it
laughing
is.
about, Al?
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about gatekeeping John Lasseter from being a real Studio Ghibli fan because he's a pervert. Only real Studio Ghibli fans wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure he's a real Studio Ghibli fan. He just also happens to be a fucko pervert.
What if he's gatekeeping and
Yeah,
he
yeah,
can
only-
only be a pervert?
You're
You're not a Ghibli fan unless you grab some tits, man.
Okay, well, we got a podcast title.
Alright, oh yeah.
That's pretty good.
There we go.
Yeah, holy shit, this movie's good.
Yeah, if for some reason you haven't seen it, sorry I spoiled it.
No.
Sorry we spoil every movie we watch because that's just what our podcast
Yeah, like-
is.
Fuck off.
Either we're
that's
wa-
what our podcast is.
Yeah.
Either we're watching a movie everyone has seen or a movie nobody has seen.
Yeah, we just want to talk about the movie and like we're going for a style where we talk about the whole form of the movie,
I just want to have a fun conversation.
have a nice deep conversation about it. You know, talk about it however we want. You know, keep it good, keep it gangrene good.
Keep it clean.
You guys want to wrap this up?
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to 8 Hours on 3 Guys podcast. Please like, subscribe, comment, and whatever. Share it on social media. You guys want to plug anything, Alex?
No, I didn't think of anything funny to plug this time because I don't have anything to plug.
What if you plug your mom's business?
All right, my mom's business. I'm not gonna do that.
What if you plug Eric's Twitter?
Plug Eric's Twitter. Yeah. Hi. You can find me, Eric, at Eric Fetus Farms. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, you got anything you want to plug?
Yeah.
Just say
look
it
up,
again.
look up Riley Reed on Pornhub.com.
You wanna see me winking at you?
Yeah.
Oh.
You want me to see my butthole winking at you?
You could also follow Eric on Twitter at Eric Fetus Farms on Twitter.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter at the Random Ninja 7 on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shitty username. Guess what? Suck my balls.
If you find my Xvideos account, I'm posting like the best 3D dog porn.
You can find Alex on the sex offender registry.
Yeah.
When's Rebecca starting her podcast?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, we'll have to promote that.
Because I want to plug the shit out of
Rebecca's starting a podcast, everybody.
Yeah, Rebecca's starting her own podcast.
Rebecca,
I don't
special
think
guest.
it's gonna be movies. I think she's just gonna fucking shoot the shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, Rebecca did ask for mine and Alex's and Eric's blessing for starting her podcast, and I was like, "What the fuck, Rebecca?
Are they
You're a
going to have
goddamn
guests on, or is it just going to be the two of them?
I think it's gonna be
Is
her
Rebecca
sometimes, but she has expressed that she wants to have some of her friends on it.
Is Rebecca gonna Bill Burr herself?
Bill,
Just
talk to
do it herself.
I'd listen to
Dude,
that.
I've thought about doing that. Just talking for an hour and putting it on the internet.
I do that. I've done that for. I did that for the On the Way Home. I did on the Halloween film.
Those are just called Let's Plays.
Well, I usually pick a topic, but I did it for that On the Way Home I did on the Halloween film that I still have not uploaded.
Did you go, hey lady?
No.
Oh, like Bill Burr does?
No.
No.
I was just talking into my phone while driving.
Do you like it when Bill Burr goes, lady?
Bill Burr makes funny voices and it makes me laugh. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. I love it.
And
I
this
love it when he
podcast.
goes, lady.
Goodbye.
Listen to Bill Burr's podcast, everybody. Don't
Yeah,
listen to
don't
this
listen
one.
to this